It is a second chance, friends to lovers, small town, single dad romance. And due to a misunderstanding, one of our main characters comes to believe that her best friend wants to fuck her. And she's like, you know what? Yeah, sure. Hi everyone, it's Shar. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to me holding this microphone. I promise you besties, I have a tripod mount for the mic coming tomorrow. We are officially 2 days into 2024, and as such, I wanted to give you some recommendations. We are still in winter, and though it may not fully feel like it here in New York City, that is the fact. So in today's video, as you can see from the title, I wanted to give you some recommendations for cozy books that I think could be perfect for this winter season. I have 5 books on this list, and I definitely tried my best to make them books that I don't often speak about on this channel. For any of you who have been watching my videos for a while, these are books that I read and really enjoyed, but don't talk about that often. And before we jump on into the video, I do want to give you the little definition of what I'm considering cozy here. Cozy for me in this list, it's anything that provided me with a feeling of like warmth and just like general fun enjoyment. Something that didn't require a lot of brain power, something that I could just consume very easily and gave me all of the warm, cozy feeling. But I am going to span a variety of genres in here, including horrors. So without further ado, let's jump on into the recommendations. You'll notice that my microphone will keep switching hands throughout these clips, and that's going to be really fun for the version of me who's editing this, but I gotta hold up the notebook here, you know? Gotta actually look at the list. So this list is in no particular order, but of course I'm going to start with the Lady Hardcastle series by T.E. Kinsey. This is a cozy murder mystery series, although not all of the books in the series, I believe, revolve around murder. So perhaps a more accurate thing to say is it's a cozy mystery series following Lady Hardcastle, who has a very interesting past, but she and her maid Flo have moved to a cozy English countryside, you know, looking to escape all of the crazy adventures they had been going on over the past several years. But of course they arrive and people start dying. There's mysteries to be solved, things are being stolen, people are dying, people are being murdered, and it genuinely is the truest definition of a cozy mystery series. I absolutely love it, and I love the relationship between Flo and Lady Hardcastle. Just to let you know, the entire series is fun to listen to and binge throughout winter. You can find them on Kindle Unlimited if you have that, and if you do have Kindle Unlimited, the books also come with a free Audible companion. But my favorite books in the series is book number 2, In the Market for Murder, which follows Lady Hardcastle and Flo as they are adjusting to life in this little English countryside town. When someone shows up dead at the Sunday market, this person has been poisoned, and so Flo and Lady Hardcastle are doing their best to figure out who exactly did it and who had the motivations to do it. And it genuinely is such a fun time, especially if you're looking for that like quaint countryside with a little sprinkle of murder, but generally up to some mischief kind of feeling. My second favorite so far was actually a little spin-off of it, which is Lady Hardcastle book 3.5, Christmas at the Grange. This is truly very, very, very cozy. It is just a mystery and not a murder mystery, but if you're looking for that wintry setting and all of the small town vibes, this book is definitely going to provide that to you. Then I'll move on to horror. And of course, I'm going to recommend a Darcy Coates because Miss Darcy knows how to write a cozy horror. But the specific book that I'm recommending to you is also part of a series, again, giving you that room to continue on with this series if that's something that you want to do throughout the winter. All of the books in the series are pretty cozy, but the first book, Whispering Dad, is the coziest in my opinion, although we start off with a heart-racing bang. We are with our main character, Kira, who is in the forest running for her life, but she has amnesia. She has no idea why she's running. She just knows that she is being chased, and it is very important that she is not caught. She ends up finding refuge with a parish who is just on the property on his church. He hides her away and then offers her a place to stay in the cottage in the graveyard. While she is staying in that cottage in the graveyard, she comes to realize that she can see and hear spirits, and so she goes on a quest to solve the unresolved business of one of the spirits who refuses to leave her alone. Yes, there are heavier topics in this story. Yes, there certainly is some sadness, but overall, this is such a story about friendship and found family, and Kira really just settling into herself with this overarching mystery of what exactly is she running from and why is she being hunted. It gives you all of the cozy vibes, and I would specifically recommend this for my people who like horror, who like ghosts, who like paranormal elements, and who are looking for something that's going to feel like a 90s TV show. And since we're already talking about the paranormal, I might as well recommend you a monster romance. There are a number of monster romances that I could recommend to you that I would consider very, very cozy, because in general, monster romances tend to be very wholesome and very much about like the love between the two characters, their relationship, and them finding safety and belonging and feelings with each other. However, the monster romance that I'm going to recommend to you for this specific cozy video is Monsters and Minotaurs. The only thing that happens in this book is the establishment of the relationship. It's them going on beautiful vacations together, them coming to find themselves in their adult lives, and them just falling in love. It requires very little brain power from you, and if you just want the lovey-dovey, sweet, wholesome vibes, I would recommend this. In this book, we are following the mother of our two other characters in the previous books in the series. She is retired. She's in her 50s or 60s, I believe. Her husband has passed away. It was a really terrible marriage, and she really just wants to find herself and is like looking for a hookup. So she ends up joining a dating app where she meets Alistair. Alistair is a Minotaur who is approaching his 60s as well, I think. He is a business owner in the weed industry. He's done very, very well for himself, but he's thinking about retirement and handing the business over to his business partner, where he meets our main female character. I love the representation of these two characters together, having a relationship that represents an older couple finding love in their later years. It's very sweet. It's very wholesome. Yes, there certainly are spicy scenes, but it's something that you just read if you really just want something very wholesome and very sweet. And so we come to our two traditional contemporary romances. The first one I'm going to recommend to you of the two is In a Jam by Kate Canterbury. In a Jam by Kate Canterbury is a romance that is loosely set around the holiday period. Really, it is spanning several months. In this book, we are following a woman who had a pretty difficult upbringing due to her relationship with her parents. She spent a summer living with a distant relative up north, I believe somewhere in the Vermont region, and this relative passes away and leaves the farm to our main female character. She goes up to this town because she really is just trying to find herself, her purpose, and a sense of belonging. And when she goes up there, she meets a friend that she had in high school. This friend is now a single father. He is raising his young niece due to difficult circumstances, and the two rekindle their relationship. It is a second chance, friends to lovers, small town, single dad romance. And I think all of those keywords should appeal to you. It definitely was very well done. And while I felt that this was a touch too long, and it certainly did touch on some heavier topic, overall, it gives you such a feeling of warmth and coziness and is a very fun read, although it will take you a little while to get through. And finally, we have a recent read. This is On the Same Page by Haley Cass. This is an independently published book, which you can find on Kindle Unlimited. And this is a friends to lovers sapphic romance, also set over the winter months. In this book, we are following two female main characters. They were best friends since college, and due to a misunderstanding, one of our main characters comes to believe that her best friend wants to fuck her. And she's like, you know what? Yeah, sure. I love you more than anyone in the world, and I do want to have some orgasms, so allow us to be friends with benefits. That genuinely is the premise of it, but when I tell you this is friends to lovers, it's so, I would say, cute, But can I call something where the situation is them having sex for several months cute? Maybe. Their relationship is cute. The pining in here is very sweet. I love how you get to have flashbacks to how their friendship developed and how they ended up coming together. And much like in a jam, I do think that this is a touch too long, but it is still such a cute and cozy example of a friends to lovers sapphic romance. One of the friends is also a social media influencer, and it was genuinely such a heartwarming good time. And so besties, those are the recommendations I have for you if you are looking for something cozy to read this winter. I hope that you enjoyed this video. As always, please subscribe if you are not already. I have so many fun plans for this channel in this new year, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.